Dudes and dudettes, duderonis, before I get clicking away too much, I'm gonna stop at my progress on the Unreal Engine because I've hit a brick wall with my saving issue. I will get into that in a second. First, I'm gonna update you on where I'm at on my game progress currently in the Unreal Engine, and to really get it started off, let's watch a little gameplay from the Android. Erply, dog. That's what's up. Unreal. This is how it pops up on the phone. Yeah. So I started the game, and then I can use the joysticks with my thumbs on the Android. I have actually since I've created this, I've deleted this
Make use of your weapon.
game. I guess I don't know. I kept all the coding and everything for like functionality, but I destroyed the actual game itself. This was mostly a test that I planned on deleting it in the first place before I started it. Obviously, it's just a test. Materials that I just like this giant tunnel. It just seems to go on forever. It's monotonous. Basically, I learned a lot of the do's and don'ts with this very first level that I created here, and I can get a little bit into the code of it. But this actually had a working save and load function. The only issue is that the save and load only brought you to this one level. And that's fine if I was creating like an open world game or something that only needed one single level. And I guess that could have made it work, but that's not really what I want to do when it comes to creating a game. I don't want to just learn basic functionalities and then force it to work. I want a nice functioning game. And my current issue was, okay, so there I just saved. Now you see it loaded. Oh, I started going the wrong way. Good job, me. So I could save and load the game, but it only saved one. That's great, but I want to be able to not only save location in different worlds, but save what world you actually are on, or what level, I guess. So I started messing with it, and broke it, and then I'm gonna end up having to just start over. So I kind of want to take a break on it before I blow a lid. By that I mean throw my computer out the window, which basically doesn't have any functioning windows, so I will have to get inventive. Oh man, look at me almost dying there again. Death. But oh, look at me, I was smart. I loaded in my location. See, that's why it would come in very handy. Anyways, I'm not willing to settle on a game that doesn't have a save function. That's ridiculous. But everything else that I have created works. Now you see, okay, that's perfect. See how I saved state and I'm actually falling. The reason that is because when I loaded, okay, so when I saved the game, I saved the game to World A. Okay, it's called Level A, actually. And so Level A has its own starting location, not at 000, but, and then you save somewhere, wherever you're at. And if you end up at Level 2, and you don't save it, perhaps, well, okay, first of all, when you load Level 2, it will automatically load the location that you have saved at World 1. And as you can understand, that creates a giant issue because the World 1 and World 2 or Level A, Level B are completely different terrains, and they don't have, as you could see in the video that I was just replaying over and over, World 2 or Level 2, Level B, you ended up just loading just in the middle of nowhere. Because in Level A, that was actually where I saved at. But in Level B, that location is just in the middle of the nowhere. It's just sky. So unless you map out Level A and Level B to be the end location of one to be the start location of the other, that doesn't really work out. And that, again, that's just forcing it to work when there should be a functioning start location. Once I disrupted the save and load function inside the actual blueprint itself, it started working correctly from level A to B, C, and so on. So I realized there was something wrong with my code, and I have to start back at square one for the load and save function. Yeah. Now, I have also created a couple levels, and this is actually how I figured this out. As soon as I created a tutorial level and then level 1, level 1 started not loading correctly because of the save function in the tutorial level. Fun stuff. I've found a template that has a save function to it. However, it is starting off fresh and with a different third-person character, not a first-person character. And the third-person character has a bunch of code already attached to it with variables, and it's just a mess. Anyways, let's play this tutorial level that I have here. And you can at least play through
Quickly,
what I've
you're
got.
gonna need to wake up. Listen closely, okay? Use both of your hands. Use your thumbs on the joysticks. You're gonna need to tap the button on the bottom of the screen to jump.
Button?
You can tap the screen to shoot. You're gonna need to shoot. They're following you. They're looking for you now. You need to wake up. Go touch the button. Use the button to open the door and get out of your head. They're looking for you. They are.
And then this transports me to the level start of level A, I believe. And I don't have a loading screen, so it looks like it's frozen. Yep. Take a water break. Drinking water. All day, shorty. Oh, you know what? I didn't move the load location for level A. So it popped me in the middle of this courtyard. So, where's that level A? Oh, oops. I guess level A is the tutorial. So this is what I want. I want to bring it out of the courtyard. It's telling me I didn't build lighting, so it would actually look a lot nicer if I did build lighting, but I'm not going to because I am lazy. So it's popping up in my other screen, the screen that you can't see. Isn't that convenient? Okay. Why does it say preview all over the walls? Because I didn't build the lighting. I just said that. Listen up, you guys. Okay, so this is where level A, or I guess it's technically level B because they made the tutorial level A. That's just, I'm just, there's another reason why I want to kind of set this up and restart fresh. I was definitely able to add some functions here, some assets. As you can see, they're all kind of whack. I've learned a little bit about snapping things to the ground and stuff like that, and then maybe centering this kind of stuff. And then the light is like 2 feet above the lamp, and that seems to be the case everywhere. Something's blown up. Yeah, the ceiling's way too high. It's like vaulted ceilings. I mean, I guess it's like a weird warehouse, I guess. I don't know what this is. That's all. That's the other issue. This place doesn't really make any sense. You wake up in like a bedroom, kind of, I guess, like a gigantic bedroom. Everything is way disproportionately sized. And then you walk in here and there's whatever's going on in here. And it's crowded. Trying to get me unlocked. The door has a lock function that's controlled by that button I just pushed. Which, if I had audio, it would be some, what's that called? Monologue, inner monologue. And you would hear yourself talking to yourself about how you need to push these buttons and get out and find the dude. Because there was always a dude that you're looking for. So what I had planned is a door over there and a door over there, and those two doors to be locked because there's an unlock switch somewhere in here that unlocks one of those doors. Once you get through one of those, it will go do the same thing, and then you would end up unlocking the next door, right? And then you're on to level 2. That was the basic functionality for this game. It was my original thought. That is an original idea. How long am I recording this? Sorry, I was looking off screen. Again, that seems to be my theme. So I'm playing, I'm running around. Oh, see, I've also updated that gun. See, once I ran into the brick wall, once I was not able to figure out the save issue, I literally only focused on that, and I went back and destroyed a save that had some stuff that I really liked, like when I changed the gun. Oh, this door's locked too. Probably have to go through here. Yep. I saved a gun, and then also there was a robot or two in here. But once I started testing and realized that the save function was messed up, I immediately tried to start undoing stuff and breaking links and stuff, and now the whole game's really actually kind of messed up. So there should be a button here. I just pushed a button that's not there. Now I'm going to go back outside, and there would be a door open now to the next warehouse. And there would be robots in there and stuff to stop you, making it a challenge. And yeah, that's basically where I got with this game. So it is a functioning game, other than the fact I got stuck with the freaking save and load issue. Now, I did see that Epic Games Marketplace content does have a save function available. Yeah, easy multi-save. But man, if I could find a way to find something similar to that for Freezy, that'd be great. Like save extension, I already downloaded that, but I don't really understand exactly what that does. Anyways, so I'll talk a little bit about the functionality. I keep on saying that word. I know. I'm aware. Anyways, the blueprints of this guy. Oh, I don't want to to do that. I want to open blueprint. Double clicking on all the other blueprints will open the blueprint, but when you're double clicking on the level, it will open the level, not the level blueprint. Okay, so I'll start off with the level blueprint. At the very beginning of play, it will go to a sequence. Now, a sequence is literally just a series of other executables, which is this right here. So when you think executable, think a .exe essentially. So what do you want to do? Technically, the first thing I want to do is turn off the mouse cursor in case you are in the main menu. If you already have the mouse cursor off, this will do nothing. And then it'll apply input. This input is the player controller, which I have set up here. Yep. Sequence then will set timer. What is this setting the timer for? A spawn evil cube, which is the name of those circle robots. Yeah. I just realized all that was off screen. Genius. Anyways, this is what it was. Then goes to turn off mouse cursor, set game mode, blah blah blah. And then over here, this is the set timers for the spawn evil cube, which comes down to here, the event. So this is quite literally just telling this to start. Once this starts, it does all of these. What are these? They are spawn AI from class, evil cube. Where? Get actor location. What actor? Trigger box. Now, I have a bunch of these, and I only have actually used a few. I keep on wanting this to be Blender. I'm going to go to there and hide the roof. You can see where these trigger boxes are. Here's number 1. That should be number 2. No, that's number 3. Here's number 2. And then the other trigger boxes are over here floating in the sky because I haven't used them yet. So what happens to those guys, because they are not within a nav mesh bound, because they are not in a navigation mesh bounds volume, they cannot move, so they just kind of like sit there. The other guys, when they chase, they are literally bound by the nav mesh bounds volume. That's how that works. And yeah. Anyways, so that's basically the level function. So that's really all the stuff that's inside of there. The evil cube AI literally has 2 events. At the very beginning of play, it just tells itself to follow player every 1 second. And then every 1 second this is triggered because of that. And AI moves to controller, pawn, and player character. I mean, no, that's not what I want. That's another guy that's actually docile. I never ended up needing to use him. This is the evil cube pawn, and he is literally connected to my first person character to deal damage of 0.1 to target health as the first person. I know that this doesn't look like it would function because it doesn't look like it would to me as far as my understanding of node setups when it comes to Blender. but it works. And damage is taken whenever he begins overlap of evil cube box, which is not the actual evil cube, but instead a box collision that is around the evil cube. Without this box, it actually fails to do damage and will just explode in front of the target. It just explodes and doesn't hurt you. It's not, yeah. That was fun to figure out. And upon either one being hit, whether it be the cube or the evil cube box, it knows to explode by... First of all, it will destroy component, so then it's just gone. Both the sphere and the box collision. And then it will also start this fire explosion. Which I find it so odd that events don't have an executable on this side, even just one being optional. But I've also come to understand that if it does have an executable on this side, it has to be used. Right? However, that being said, actually, now that I think about it, I have connected something that didn't have an executable connected, but it did function. So, like, every time I think that there's, like, a set rule for something, I find out that, actually, there's an exception to that rule. Quite literally immediately after I have discovered that it's a rule. I don't know. Or I try to put it together in my head as like, oh, okay, so if you do A, B, and C, you're going to get D. But you don't always get D. I don't know. That's why I'm having such an issue with this save function. Maybe if you're looking at this save function, you can understand where I went wrong, but... yeah, okay. So normally, this would be connected. Oh. Connects all the way. Deuteroni with cheese. Okay, that wasn't even necessary. I didn't need to do that. To explain this, okay. At the very beginning of the event play, which is the start of the game, or the start of the level, whatever the case may be, whenever this blueprint is started, it's going to create a sequence. The first sequence will be, does this game exist? If it does not, create one and start at the saved position, which would probably be 0, which is alright. And then it's going to start a new save game to my save and set transform. If there is a load game, it does the same thing, but this time it retrieves that load game and sets you at the already saved player position. It's basically the continue function to a game, which is great, but I don't want to continue. I want to load and a start new. Whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. After it does that whole business of loading, it will also create the widget, the HUD widget, which tells you your health and gives you the jump button and the pause button in the Android that is connected to the player controller, which adds to the viewport for Android. This is very important. This will not work for Android buttons. Add to player screen. This is for 2-player games, console or PC or something, not Android. Right? I mean, it might work if you're doing like some sort of like Xbox Game Pass kind of Android game to where you require using controllers. But if you're using Android, you're going to want to add to viewport. This goes to this branch here, which does a bunch of stock stuff that I probably could just delete, honestly. What else did I add? Pause the game. This is when you press this button. Literally the pause button. It's because it's attached to the HUD. This button. Pause button. And save event. So this is when you hit the save button in the pause menu. Where's that? It's over here. Pause menu. So when you hit this button, it goes to hit this, the saved game button, which will cast the first person player and immediately go to this event. Again, this event is in the first person character over her, and this will save player position. I literally have these print strings here to tell me if it is working correctly. Yep. Save game complete. That's basically that. I haven't gone as far as creating a new first-person character. Definitely do have these locked doors, which, oh my god, my cat likes itself extremely loud. They're pretty bare bones. It's just for when the door opens and for when the door closes. I literally created a timeline, and then inside of that timeline, when you double click on it, I created one of these float tracks and just extended the timeline to 2 seconds long. Honestly, the door should probably open and shut faster, but I kind of like the fact that you're stuck standing there waiting for the door to open. It's kind of fun. I don't know, it adds a little edge to the game, in my opinion. Again, this save thing is bugging the crap out of me, so I need to take a break on this making a game business, unless I find a freaking plug-in or an add-on or something that could just make this go away. Because I really like level editing and creating the AI and stuff like that. However, creating functions inside of the game, things pertaining to like checkpoints and saving, obviously. Really, I have it all figured out. I'm just stuck at this one last thing. And once the save and load works, this game is basically ready to build levels. And then that's the part I know how to do. And I find probably the funnest thing about creating a game. Anyways, I didn't want this video to be super long, and it's actually ending up being super long. Sorry to put you through that much video. If you watched all of this, hopefully I figured this out, and I won't just have to stop right now for a little bit. But till next time, hopefully I'll have a game completed and on the Play Store. If not, I've obviously taken a break for a little while, and yeah, I'm gonna keep doing things on the Erply website. So if you would check that out at erply.com, and don't forget to subscribe and all that stupid shit.
Herbal.